How about we take a quill and stimulate our souls to uncover probably the greatest secret of the human cerebrum? At that point we should ask another person to do likewise. An inquiry develops as follows: while our outward appearance doesn't change in the primary, how would we get solidified in the second with a feeling of delight and torment? This inquiry, once asked in adolescence, is additionally on the plan of nervous system specialists. George Van Doorn of the Monash College in Australia says that this makes the way for greater inquiries like awareness and self-separation. Consequently, a few trials are completed to beat the hindrances of the mind to empower individuals to stimulate themselves in the research facility condition. To comprehend the researchers' enthusiasm for this subject, it is important to think about the accompanying. What might occur if our body got various sensations and got confounded at whatever point it moved? Or then again in the event that we thought somebody was assaulting us each time our hand hits our leg while strolling? The forecast of the cerebellum having the option to recognize our own activities and the activities of others is in this way the reason for our own being and the impression of outside creatures. This is an element that even the most intelligent robots can't mimic. It is imperative to complete these examines so as to discover models that can be effectively imitated in the research facility. Sarah Jane Blakemore, from the College of London, was one of the principal researchers to examine this choice made by the mind in an exceptionally short second between our own developments and reappropriated developments. Cerebrum filters were taken while the palms of the subjects were tickled by others, and doing this without anyone else's help. Blakemore understood that when we move our appendages, the cerebellum can make forecasts about these developments, and a subsequent sign is sent in the somatosensory, real tactile, cortex, where the faculties about touch are handled. Therefore, when we stimulate ourselves, we don't feel as serious sensations as others tickle, we resist the urge to panic. Changing the size, Blakemore needed to sidestep this procedure and demonstrate that it is feasible for individuals to stimulate themselves. To this end, he built up a machine that would permit subjects to stimulate their palms by moving a stick, here and there with a wipe toward the end, and now and again with a postponement of 200 milliseconds. It was seen that the wipe made additionally stimulating sensations as the defer time was expanded. This might be brought about by no cover between the expectation of the cerebellum and the individual's actual sensation. Different scientists have proposed that Blakemore's work can be made to stimulate the mind by bringing the cerebrum into play. By controlling foot developments through attractive cerebral incitement, it was seen that it is feasible for an individual to stimulate his feet with his hands outside of his own will. There have been various analyses regarding this matter, and some have delivered confounding outcomes. For instance, Van Doorn gave them experience of seeing their bodies through another person's eyes before stimulating them. Video glasses were worn to the subjects, and the individual doing the analysis and sitting before them was given the eyes of them. They started to see the body of the individual who tested gradually, by synchronizing their developments. You can locate a progressively definite article about the sentiment of supplanting your own body with that of another person from the first of this content in English. Man-made brain power. Amidst this fancy, subjects needed to enact a switch that stimulated the two bodies simultaneously. Subjects who were befuddled about which body they have a place with were not tickled. Van Doorn closed, regardless of whether you have the sentiment of being in another person's body, you can't stimulate yourself. It was found in the fantasy that it isn't workable for an individual to stimulate himself. Van Doorn says that patients with schizophrenia can stimulate themselves, and this might be because of the silly demonstration of appendages or experiencing difficulty finding the wellspring of their developments. Specialists accept that self-stimulating can empower robots to recognize contact and material detects and reinforce man-made consciousness work.